Jacqueline Isaac is young, but she has already amassed the following titles to her name: attorney, human rights activist, and entrepreneur. She has dedicated her life to traveling the world to publicize the genocide suffered by women and religious minorities like Christians and Yazidis in the Middle East.
When I was 13 years old, I moved to Egypt. Born and raised in California, my life turned upside down, or at least that's what I thought. But God had a different plan for my life. I was in Egypt and I saw my people, my roots. I saw how beautiful the people of the Middle East were, but how much they were suffering because of the persecution. Women, Christians, such potential, but they didn't understand their rights. They didn't understand how to grasp those rights in the Middle East because there wasn't an opportunity.
Isaac is the vice president at Roads of Success, a humanitarian nonprofit organization which recently launched a program called Tech Over Trauma. The program is meant to help empower, mentor, and teach English to the rescued girls who were in ISIS captivity.
Every government can do something. We don't need to wait until the UN Security Council refers it. It says that when a government when it declares that a genocide has occurred, they have an obligation to now support the victims, to stop the genocide. So the UK has done it, France has done it, the European Parliament has done it. What's next?
Jacqueline has visited Iraq 4 times and has certainly heard some horrifying stories, but none of them prepared her for a chance meeting with a 9-year-old girl that had recently gotten out of captivity. With the help of a video testimony from the girl, she is working on getting the UN Security Council on board with persecuting ISIS fighters.
The girl and her family and her friends were sleeping one night at home, and she got a knock on her door, and that knock was an ISIS fighter. And in front of her eyes, they shot her father and her brothers to death, which she overcame for thousands of girls. She escaped, and after she escaped, her and I met. And I videotaped her story, and she told me, she raised her hand, and she said, if it takes life or it takes death, my life purpose is to save my sisters in captivity.
Throughout her continual journey, she has met with some of the most influential leaders from all over the world, including Pope Francis. Jacqueline's goal is to continue to push forward and make strides to unify the people of the Middle East, regardless of religion or class.